Hey everybody, Ethan Hochul here with the Hochul Real Estate team in Century 21. On this week's episode of Ask Ethan, we're going to hit on what is a seller's market. We talk about seller's market all the time, but what does that actually mean? What is the difference between a buyer's market and seller's market? So stay tuned for this episode. What is a seller's market? What is the difference between a seller's market and a buyer's market? Well, what we base that off of is anything under, so 6 to 7 months supply is what we say is a kind of an even market. So that's kind of buyers, sellers on the same playing field. Right now where we are at a nationally a 2.5 month supply of inventory. What does month supply of inventory mean to you? That means that if no other homes came on the market, that means that's how long it would take for all the homes that are listed to sell out. And so that's the rate of the pace that homes are selling. Here in the Des Moines metro area, things are actually selling. Most price points are at just at about a 1 month supply or a little bit over. It's not until you get to actually over 450 up to 500,000 that month supply goes to over 4 month supply. It's like 4.3, 4.7, which still technically is a seller's market. Once you get to over 6, 7 month supply, that is what we call a buyer's market. So that means the inventory out there, there's a lot of inventory out there, and buyers kind of have a lot more options to choose from at that point in time. For example, 2008, 2009, the month supplies actually went up to over 10 month supply of inventory on the market. There was so much out there for buyers to choose from. Everybody was selling their home, foreclosures, etc. Right now, nationally at 2.5 month supply. Here locally in most price points, under 2, if not closer to 1 month supply in all those homes. So therefore, we're definitely at a seller's market currently in this marketplace. And so that's kind of the difference between a buyer's market and a seller's market, and what we refer to when we say, hey, we're in a seller's market, and what we mean by that as real estate agents. As always, hopefully you found this information useful today on what month supply of inventory means, hey, we're in a seller's market, what that actually means. So stay tuned for our next episode of Ask Ethan. Otherwise, check out our Instagram, our Facebook page, our YouTube page. Follow us on there for other great tips, for market updates, etc. And we'll talk to you soon.